What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so the Lakers, as pretty much expected, lost pretty badly to the Minnesota Timberwolves in their preseason debut for the 2024-25 NBA season. Of course, ESPN and the other paid and bought for sports outlets are pretending like Bronny is this, raw, uh, unpolished talent that just has to be molded, when in reality, he looks like, at times, a deer in the path of a freight Mack truck, 2 a.m. in the morning, and you know what's coming. That's what this season will be, except for it's in slow motion. Super duper extreme slow motion. Know-it-all mastermind JJ Redick talked a lot of trash prior to his hiring as head coach. Sneak this in Darvin Ham, talking crap about Darvin Ham indirectly. Got on national television, critiqued Hall of Fame coach Doc Rivers. Got on that garbage podcast with LeBron James, which was just an unofficial job interview for the Lakers head coaching position, while LeBron used the media to push Darvin Ham out of that position and get his guy, JJ Redick, in there, the supposed black activist LeBron James. But anyway, this is my challenge to the wannabe Pat Riley. This is my challenge to JJ. Doc Rivers, like JJ Redick, after he retired from basketball, he went into broadcasting. I remember him being on, I believe it was TBS, as a commentator. Was it TBS? No, I take it back. It was TNT. I think he was a TNT commentator for a couple of years. The 96, 97, 97, 98, and maybe the 98, 99 season. He was a broadcaster. I think it was a color analyst. Just before his voice got shot. But like JJ, he moved from the booth to the head coaching world. And there was criticism behind that. But at the very least, Doc Rivers went to the lowly Orlando Magic, who this was the post-Shaq and Penny era. Shaq had long since left to go to LA. Penny had just, I think, been traded to the Phoenix Suns at that point in time. So this was a rebuilding franchise. They took a chance on the coach, Doc Rivers, and with a roster that consisted of, the roster consisted of John Amici, Darrell Armstrong, Chucky Atkins. Now, Chauncey Billups was on this roster, but he didn't play a game because I think he had just been traded from Denver, and he had an injury, so he never even played for them. Michael Doliak, Pat Garrity, Matt Hoppering, Anthony Johnson, Corey Maggette, but this was a very, very young Corey Maggette. Okay. Ron Mercer, Monty Williams, who is now the head coach of, at least I think he's still the head coach of the Pistons. Has he been fired? Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Ben Wallace, a very, very young Ben Wallace, Johnny Taylor, Derek Strong, Bo Outlaw, Ron Mercer. Yeah, that was the roster. And I think they traded Gatling. I think they had Chris Gatling at one point, but they traded him. This was their roster. Not much star power. JJ got LeBron James, Anthony Davis. They still got D'Lo. They got the fake star in Austin Reeves. They got essentially the same roster from last year. You know, the one that Darvin Ham was supposed to go to finals with. You had Kendrick Perkins saying the only reason that they didn't get into the finals and having a deep playoff run there because they don't match up well with the Denver Nuggets. Those were the expectations Darvin Ham had. And when they lost, predictably to the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs, that was the death knell of his coaching career in LA. But now all of a sudden, with JJ the coach, we're not supposed to have expectations. Well, we do here over in the LDBC. Doc Rivers won head coach of the year, his rookie year, with the Orlando Magic. They posted a 41-41 record with this roster. This roster, where there's only technically two Hall of Famers. Well, one, I think I know Ben Wallace is a Hall of Famer. I think that they're trying to put boy in there, Chauncey, but to me, that's iffy. But Chauncey never played for them, so they got Ben Wallace. That's one Hall of Famer. But we all know that he's not much of an offensive player. When I named these guys, they didn't really have any offensive talent, but they worked hard. He got the most out of these guys. And Doc Rivers, who supposedly is this overrated coach, won Rookie of the Year. He somehow had a 41-41 record with this squad, right? And without the help of a play-in tournament, he almost got into the goddamn playoffs. They just missed it, posting the 9th best record in the East. In today's world, he'd have gotten into the postseason with the play-in, which is just NBA welfare, essentially for the teams that they can't normally cut it. So my challenge to JJ, the mastermind, is with that roster you got, you should easily do better than this. You should at least be the top 6 or 7 teams in the West, right? You should at least match or exceed what Doc Rivers did with this team. At the very least, right? Really, he should do better than this. Darvin Ham won, 47 games last year? Really, in reality, the Lakers should win at least 45 to 50 games. Plus, we all know how the league cheats for them. They always shoot 1,000 more free throws than everybody, right? For some inexplicable reason. This team should get to the finals every year. With all the hype that the Lakers get, they should be going to the finals every year. They haven't been this hyped. They weren't this hyped up by the media when it was the Kobe Shaq era. They didn't talk about them incessantly like this. You would think they are a dynasty. But yeah, the new Pat Riley should at least take this team to the playoffs, at the very least. And I mean the real playoff seeds, not the welfare assistance, aka play-in. Make the top 6 seed. Dominate, to be honest with you. This team should have a 50-win record since he's the greatest coach ever, since he's Mr. Know-It-All, since he's Mr. My mind is so superior to everybody else. I'm thinking on a higher level, matrix level, ulterior, upper level strategic worldview. He can see all different types of, what I'm saying? When he looking at the floor, it's like the Matrix and shit. In reality, this team is going to be a fucking dumpster fire, and we know it. And all his fans, I'm not talking about JJ fans. Well, then again, they're going to all sudden be JJ fans. But all these dudes, all these primates, right? All these primates and knuckle draggers who had it in for Darvin Ham from the get-go, from the first whistle of last year's preseason. Magically, the energy ain't going to be there for JJ Redick. Because they know that if JJ fails, by extension, That's a failure for LeBron James. They know that, and the media know that, but they're not going to ever hold him accountable for anything, ever. But anyway, that's all I got to say in this one, man. And I'm not even a huge Doc Rivers fan, but the dude has won a championship. I think he's 7th all time in wins. Going to be climbing further. Also, watch how the media put all this undue pressure on the Bucks to win a championship, as if the 2021 championship didn't matter, right? And all of the fans, all of LeBron's fans, injuries, injuries, they wouldn't have got there if there's football behind the line, right? But get mad when you critique that bubble title. You know, the one where there was no crowd, the one where there was no road games, the one where they was basically shooting in an empty gym, a gym so fucking empty you could hear the goddamn sneaker squeaking. Because we all know, and science proves that when you have a crowd in the backdrop when you're shooting, in addition to the noise, but especially the crowd, it messes with your depth perception. That's why you had people shooting in the gym, essentially in an empty gym. That's what is going on. But that's with camera. That's what's going on. They had guys shooting in an empty gym with cameras. Only people in the gym was probably the cameraman and the announcing table, the announcers, and maybe I don't even think they had family in the gym. But anyway, that's why you had Rondo shooting like he was Steph Curry. Hell, we see Shaq make free throws in the gym. Shaq probably shoots 78% in the gym. Dennis Rodman was Steph Curry damn near shooting in the gym. But it's different in the game. But anyway, I made my point. Tell me what you guys think.
Real.